So for us, it's a really big achievement. Kudos to the team and our digital marketing agency, Flume, because this is a recognition from Google, being the world's leading search engine business, that we had a viable way of optimizing search for insurance, which is already a very specific search field under bank insurance, and then able to draw significant amounts of traffic to our digital platforms and build a business case. So, i.e., for a specific spend that we had, we're able to draw traffic and actually make money doing it. And the reason why Google wanted to make a case study out of this is because it hadn't been done before in any environment on the African continent, more so South Africa. So high level, top level results. We had traffic growing, in terms of 10% month on month over the course of a year, and our cost per lead, for example, came down by over 50%, say 54%. I can't give you the actual numbers, of course, because it is our business. But safe to say, we're able to build a business case. So we invested a bunch of money on search engine marketing, and we saw returns from it. That's a great question. Zero moment of truth basically speaks to that moment of truth or human truth that any consumer goes through when they make a buying decision. Okay. So in the field of digital marketing and search engine marketing, specifically Google, we've identified something called the zero moment of truth. So for example, if somebody gets into a car accident or has another catastrophe, say a geyser burst, right? The moment they go online and say, my geyser has burst, or I've just had a car accident, that's a zero moment of truth, because everything from that point on is done to fix that problem. So from a digital marketing perspective, from a search engine optimization perspective, what we try and do is understand customers where we know what their zero moments of truth are across whatever life stage they're going through, and then how do we then optimize our digital properties using Google search to be first visible when that moment of truth or zero moment of truth comes up. So digital is I don't want to say it's the next big thing, because it's the next big present. It's here and now. And the value in digital is not just from a direct model. As you said, we do have three very specific models. There's a direct model, which is direct to customer via digital. Then we also have a banker-led channel, because we are a bank insurer, part of a larger organization, which is a Nedbank group. And then there's the intermediary or broker model, where we serve as intermediaries. So from a digital marketing perspective and from a digital perspective, I guess the easy one there is direct, because we speak directly to customer, for example, through search, which is the results of which are in the case study. And then the other side of that coin, where the challenge is now, is to balance being an enabler both for our broker and intermediary channels, okay, and for our banker-led channels. So for example, if a customer has a zero moment of truth and is looking for insurance, we can optimize on search and immediately streamline that customer journey from Zmart right the way through to fulfillment using direct. Okay. The challenge on the broker or the intermediary side and the banker channel side is that if a customer then approaches a third party, we need to make sure that all our digital properties, all right, are enabled, that that person can go on to, say, our insurance website, insurance app, and be able to get, for example, forms or information or risk calculators that they can use in servicing that customer. So that's a fine line we walk in terms of balancing a direct to client model and then an intermediary enablement model for our banker channels and from our broker channels as well. That's actually a really good question, because we are in a very large corporate environment, Nedbank being one of the big four banks in South Africa. So ordinarily, the relationship would have gone to a much larger digital marketing business or a much larger agency with a digital marketing side to it. However, digital lives or dies by responsiveness and speed to market. And we found out that from our perspective, we get a lot more value working with smaller niche agencies that are hungry, agencies that are very responsive, agencies that get the job done. So I don't want to be in a situation where I speak to assistant when I need something done. I need to be able to get on the phone with the MD and CEO and say, we need to get this thing sorted out. And they get sorted out within an hour, not at the back of a service queue, and eventually get sorted out. So I think just for speed of responsiveness and for us to do the sort of work that we do, it allows us to get the recognition that we do, for example, from Google as a major partner. The smaller agencies I find get us that leverage. But then again, it's also, we need to balance speed, being dynamic, and responsiveness with scale as well, because larger scale means lower costs. And remember, as a P&L led business, that's what my daily challenge is the agency is responsive, but am I getting the necessary cost advantage for that? So those are some of the I guess the levers that we have.